Hello, my name is Lakeisha Colette Moody, aka Israel. Um, First, I'd like to say, despite what anybody thinks about me, these are strictly your opinions. If you've been catching up on my life, I guess, since it's been um, exploited, then you should know and appreciate, I guess, where I'm at in my life and where I come from. First of all, I'm extremely humble. I didn't even know I was anybody of importance. First of all, I had no clue because I was guided by somebody completely dishonorable and wicked. I'm not sure if I was kidnapped at in this day and time or in this life of mine. I know I've lived several lives. However, um, growing up, when I got with the Garaways, I do have a feeling that I saw them at one point at a church, and I was with my real family, I believe, or family of their family, which I presume that we were all family at some point because I remembered their faces. Um, I really don't even know if Janice is really Mary. I really don't know, to be honest. But when I was asked to come here and find out what narcissism is about, I had no clue what I was getting myself into. Um, when I got with the Garaways, um, my father spoke to me from the heavens and asked me to run and tell. I told him I was scared because they might kill me, or I believe he said they were going to kill me, and I asked how long I was going to be dead. He said 3 days. And I believe that I had pretty much walked this city by myself at a really young age. That's from what I remember. And I believe that I can't even tell you what happened then, but I just remember going outside to seeing a pile of wood and it being lit and me running. And then I remember going to their house like 3 days, somewhere around in there later. I'd woke up from somewhere and knocked on their door, and they were in awe. And I just kept telling them that I'm going to tell, that I'm going to tell, because they were doing filthy things behind closed doors. And I said to them, I know what you're doing behind closed doors. And they said, how do you know? And I said, because God showed me, God told me, or something like that. And they kept telling me that I'm not God, that I'm not God. And I believe it was after that point that I guess I had to prove myself to them on who I was and show. So I believe from there, I proceeded to perform miracles, I believe. But after I got with them, um, these people were incredibly horrible to me. Um, I should have left when my father said leave, but I didn't. Um, I stayed with them and conformed because I wasn't ready to leave. I mean, I guess I didn't want to die. I was a child and I didn't make the best decisions. Like I said, I was a child. But I ended up staying, and one day I went toward the garage, and um, my uncle came around the corner and hit me with a bat in my right hip. And so I couldn't understand why they were treating me this way. And love was conditional where I grew up and how I was raised. If I did something for them, if I let them molest me or abuse me, then they said they would love me afterward. And it never happened. I was just there to be used and abused. And this is how I grew up. Um, I would see something, hear them say something, and they're telling me, no, you didn't hear this. No, you didn't see this. So this was crazy making. This was meant to drive me crazy, meant to um, just spin me around in all sorts of directions. And it happened. And here I am today. Now, in the midst of all of this, I still try to stay in the right, doing the right things, and staying in my lane and being kind to people and whatnot. I guess because I was taught to appease other people, this is how I conformed. This is how what I did because I was tired of being beat on, and I've been beat on. I just recently stopped letting my mom beat on me, and I'm 46 years old, and this just recently happened just a few years ago. I recently stopped allowing her to beat on me. And yes, I am a drug addict. And like I said, have stolen. I've stolen from Kmart, from when it was Kmart was here, from Macy's, from um, Walmart, from Target, um, you know, from a few other stores. Yes, I have given. I even utilized my dead grandfather's social security number in order to gain to order something from offline. No, these things did not make me feel good. I'm not proud of these things that I have done. And what else have I done? Um, I changed a prescription. Yes, I changed a prescription. Listening to other people, being other people's, flunkies. But I can't blame anybody but myself. This is all I'm doing is trying to rewrite my wrongs and to let everybody know, since I am in the public eye, what I've done. I'm not proud of myself. I'm actually quite disgusted with myself and the choices that I've made for my life. And unfortunately, I chose drugs to cope. And normally, when you have anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, that's what most people do, is they either turn to drugs or they gamble or whatever, what have you. This is normally what happens. I'm giving you the short version because I really don't know how much time I've got. Um, but I just wanted to let everybody know that I really am quite apologetic for the things that I've done. I know that everybody's able to see the things that I've done, the people that I've entertained and whatnot. These people mean me no good. I know that now. The more that I wake up, I really just came and I thought I was myself by treating people the way I wanted to be treated. And this is not what I got in return. Um, when I had my son, he changed. When I had my son, I said I would never treat him the way that I was treated. I said that I would never cause him any pain, deliberately, on purpose, or anything like that, because I know what it's like to be abused. When I had my son, I went to school. When he was 6 months old, I had him in one hand, a book in another, and a highlighter in my mouth, and said, this is how I'm going to raise my child. I wanted to get a good job and I wanted to leave my mother's house. And that's what I did. I said I wanted to work for Multicare, went through a temp agency, and that's what I did. That boy fueled me like nobody's business. I didn't do it for myself, I did it for him. Because I was always taught to put myself on the back burner. I took care of the outside, but I never took care of my inside. And so, now that he is of age, and I thought my mother loved me. I thought I could get her to love me at some point. But she had other plans for me. I had no idea she was poisoning me. I had no idea she was really the devil. And what I would like to tell all of you is that the only thing I'm sorry for is not loving myself sooner, not putting myself first sooner. And I ask that you forgive me for not coming to terms or to coming to coming out, I guess, sooner, because I was embarrassed. I'm a human. I'm ashamed. I'm all of these things. And I love my music, I love my coffee, and I love my perfume. And these things I had gotten accustomed to. And so now, you know, this is what it is. I just had no idea so many people hated me. And all because I love them. And if that's wrong, you should know what I'm going to say next. I don't want to be right. Like I said, I'm just giving the short version. I'll have to come back later if I have time, if I can. And clean this up. But I just wanted to get this out there. Thanks.